If you've been on the internet for more than a few minutes, then you've most likely ran into the Paul brothers. Jake and Logan Paul, often portrayed as villains, are most famous for slinging merch. They got popular on Vine. One was on the Disney Channel. They box now. And pretty much they're just always portrayed as the bad guy. But most notably, they're always finding their way into the news about something they've done, said, or something they're about to do. A lot of people don't like the Paul brothers. And here is my theory. It is all a calculated master plan for them to become massive pop stars and make a ton of money while doing it. Here is why we like the Paul brothers. Or I guess probably shouldn't speak for all of us here because I like the Paul brothers, but maybe
I like Logan.
You like Logan. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's a general consensus. Jake is like...
I don't know if I like Jake yet,
I have no
guess.
feelings.
I like Logan a little bit more, but yeah, Jake's tough.
Who are you and why are you here and what did you do with Joshua?
Oh,
Who are you
man.
and what did you do with him?
Dude, I'm just happy to not be in the edit cave right now, which is where I normally hide.
Right. Yeah. Hiding. Yeah. If there was like, in Lord of the Rings when... What's his name? The guy
Gollum,
with the ring?
dude. Gollum.
Yeah, Gollum. Gollum's in the cave. Holding his ring. That's like Mike in the cave.
Holding my laptop?
With his precious edits.
Yeah. Yeah. His precious deliverables.
Where is Joshua? Where is Joshua this week, though?
Joshua's at a wedding, doing some family stuff.
Yeah.
Right on.
I mean, I don't know who gets married midweek, but it's probably a lot less expensive.
Yeah.
So maybe that's
Kinda smart.
Kind of smart. Kind of smart to get married midweek.
We got Dewey filling in today, so thank you for being here, Dewey. Dewey is a
Yeah.
part of Sunny 16. He is actually a part of the team, so getting a couple more people, more faces on, especially for fill-ins, is nice. So
And Dewey's funny.
Oh, great. Now I have to...
Dewey's funny because if you're not laughing with him, you're laughing at him.
That's
and that's
true.
the best kind of guy to have on the show right now.
what's one Dewey story to kick off the ep with, real quick?
Oh,
Dewey
no.
doesn't finish any drinks.
Oh,
So
yep.
if you
Okay, here we go.
Yep.
want to show up
Okay.
to
This
Dewey's
is the
house
400th time I've heard this.
or
Thanks.
someone else's
Cool,
house or
sick.
anything, basically what happens is he'll have 3 sips of his drink and then there'll be a trail of drinks. If you lose Dewey, all you have to do is find the drink path and it'll lead to him.
Okay.
It's like the kid dropping crumbs. It's like, oh, there's a bunch
Yeah.
of crumbs. I'll just follow the crumbs. I'll find the kid.
Dude, okay, for
Wow.
the record, Niles drinks 8 iced lattes a day.
Yeah.
So if I had as many coffees as he did, I'd having heart palpitations constantly or a heart attack.
Speaking of coffee, what's in everybody's cup?
Kenyan. I'm doing Kenyan. today.
Kenyan, okay.
The way you are so ready to say that is terrifying to me.
See,
I am a guy who's proud of his coffee.
now we're getting
I'm
back
proud
into
of
the
who
Niles
I
with
am.
the coffee thing
Yeah,
right here.
totally.
Yeah, I'm just drinking a LaCroix right now because I already had coffee.
Okay.
Okay.
So
It's 9 o'clock.
I'm
dude.
rocking watermelon flavored LaCroix.
Who drinks LaCroix at 9 o'clock?
Yeah, I'm about to drink a bubbly water.
Literally
We
Dewey
got-
and Caleb.
Guys, I'm still holding my mug so you respect it.
Hey,
I love
listen,
Daddy.
listen, respect the snap.
Ooh.
Just cracking open a cold one for the listeners. What up, everybody?
Oh,
No.
Wait, can you guys just respect the mug for a second? I mean, what do I have to do around here?
Niles, your mug is really cool.
I love Daddy.
Oh my gosh,
And
dude,
look,
that's so cute, bro.
Wait, Caleb, did you run out of liquid death?
Yeah, dude, I almost ordered another box on Amazon, but I'm really looking for that Liquid Death sponsorship. It's the best sparkling water
Wait,
ever.
are you guys ready for just the bucket of caffeine I have right here?
Oh.
Bucket?
Wow. Taylor moved to Portland and she's drinking grass water.
I love it. It tells you how many ounces you have. It's like you have 38 ounces of,
Yeah,
of,
of matcha.
grass water left.
Is that a jar?
It's
Is that like
it's just a mason jar.
Okay, let's rewind here. Let's get back to the meat and bones of this ep, the Paul brothers, and why we like them now. Maybe don't like them now. Maybe we're still, the jury's still out. But basically, there's kind of a pre-2018 Paul brothers and then a post-2018 Paul brothers. And I feel like
Right.
I'm teaching like a class right now because all you guys are like, oh yeah, yeah.
You
yeah.
are.
Yeah,
And
I need this.
basically,
rundown.
in my mind, it all kind of comes down to the why everyone hated Logan, which is because of like that Suicide Forest video in Japan. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Vaguely, I
Yeah.
remember his name and a dead body.
Right.
Yep.
I wasn't avidly watching his
Me
vlogs
either.
when
No,
that
I
happened.
wasn't
I didn't
either.
actually see that clip or anything. I just saw all the apologies.
Yeah.
I saw 0 minutes of the episode or of the video he put out. I don't know why everything's an episode? But I did. Yeah, but I did watch the Casey interview.
Oh, you know what I just realized though?
What?
I did realize now that I know Logan's super into Pokemon, which is another thing we can get into.
Sick.
I remember all those photos. He was wearing a Pikachu hat in that video, I think, when he went to the forest.
Yeah,
so,
he was.
he is, OG fan then, for sure. That just kind of proves it. And he wore a Charizard, first edition on his neck when he went boxing or something like that.
Yeah, guy's really into Pokemon.
Guy's interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
But because that was his fall from grace for sure. I feel like it was people didn't love him, and then that happened, which I think is kind of known as the biggest YouTube snafu, or the biggest YouTube debacle was Logan Paul in that forest. Because you've Shane Dawson, who recently got canceled, David Dobrik, right?
Right.
Who else? Who else
Aren't
has
they
been
both
canceled?
back though? They've all redeemed themselves.
I guess, but what is even that path to redemption? You just
Couple tears, bro.
Couple tears on
An
a
apology
tears.
video.
on a couple tears on an I'm sorry video.
on an uncut I'm sorry video. No cuts, bro.
No cuts.
No cuts.
Okay.
Apologies.
Yeah.
So I guess, what do you guys think the Paul brothers do now? Like if you had to describe their job, what's their job?
I think they're business people, right?
I don't know. I'm legitimately asking.
Literally no idea. It's are they just making appearances places and that's how they make their living because they just are who they are? I have absolutely zero idea.
I think they were Vine stars first.
Right.
Then
Yeah.
they went to YouTube
Right.
and then just went to straight pop culture, and now they, dude,
What do
they
they
kind of
do?
confuse me. They do so many.
They do
so many
everything.
things.
They do
and they do it
everything.
all really at a high level, pretty good.
Yep.
Logan and KSI started an energy drink company, Prime.
After beefing super hard and
I
fighting
didn't know
each
that.
other.
That's crazy.
They fought each other.
After beefing super hard, and their slogan is enemies at first, now quenching your thirst.
Oh my.
So they do that. To be completely honest, the only Logan Paul videos I watch are his Pokemon First Edition unboxing, that whole thing, and he just got scammed out of $3.5 million from fake cards.
Which I think that was staged, personally. That's
Dude,
my take.
That's a hot take. I think
a hot
everything
take.
they do is calculated for sure.
I
They're
think
smart.
everything. I think that they come across as we're a bunch of idiot
pranksters.
20-year-old.
25, 27-year-olds,
Yeah.
whatever. But in reality, it's I think they're the puppeteers, and the general mass of 14 to 25-year-old young boys, they're those are the puppets, and they're just so good at getting people to watch what they and care what they're doing.
Taylor's woo.
I just got the chills. That just made me feel icky.
Icky belly.
Yeah.
I got icky
have-
belly.
Talk to us.
I
Talk to
have
us.
big
Talk to us.
icky belly. I don't love that. Is that real or is that just your assumption, Niles?
I mean, they're very good at what they do, and they do a lot of things, and a lot of people buy their merch and buy their drinks and
Yeah.
stuff.
Hey, Dewey, in this group, who would be Logan? Who would be Jake?
Oh gosh, tough call.
I'm hiding.
I don't even know what that means.
I feel like
What is the difference between Logan
Okay,
and Jake?
okay. The real question: out of me and Niles,
Honestly.
out of me and Niles, who's Logan? Who's Jake?
Well, that's of course what you were asking about, because Mike isn't going to say well, I'm
Yeah.
Logan.
Taylor's
I'm
giving me
Taylor's-
strong
and clearly
Logan vibes.
Taylor isn't either of them.
Yeah,
What do you
I'm
mean trying
getting
to over clarify? It's me and you. Of course it's me and you, dude. Of
Okay,
course.
I want
think-
Dewey to answer.
Well, I feel like Caleb, you've got to be Logan after hyping up the
Thank you,
Charizard
bro.
card so much or whatever.
I knew I was
Charizard.
Jake. I knew I was
Yeah,
Jake. How'd I know
yeah.
that? The problem child. The problem child.
That sounds about right.
So they both got big on Vine, and then
Yes.
once Vine went out of business or was somehow dismantled in I think 2017, then they just took that to YouTube. But Jake Paul was on the Disney Channel for 2
Yeah.
years on some weird show, kid show, and he looks
Bizarre.
on that show, it's he looks like a different human being, because now he's kind of tough guy tatted, and then he was
Yeah.
he looked like the softest little suburban
Disney
boy
guy.
on a Disney show,
Yeah.
right? He's a
Disney
Disney
boy.
guy.
Disney. Okay, I don't know what this Disney thing is, but all the younger actors or people that have been involved in Disney, they're on a train to crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy Town.
Crazy Town,
Crazy Town,
USA.
dude.
Yeah, for sure.
They're on a trip to crazy. It's wait,
Disney
did
Channel.
you just finish your thought? What are you talking about?
I think the Disney, like whatever happens behind the scenes at Disney, people get torqued.
Well, Disney's like terrifyingly perfect. Like the shows. It's just like
Perfectly curated.
Everything's like really.
Yeah, it's like that fake
Taylor,
smile, and it's just stuck. And I feel like maybe when you get
Plus
done
you're
with
so
Disney,
young too, and you
Yeah.
get
you're
so big.
young.
Demi Lovato at Camp
Yeah.
Rock, and then she's like, dude, aliens, what?
Then Miley.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
my girl Miley.
Miley.
Amanda
love her to
Bynes.
death.
I think
Amanda
she was.
Amanda
Bynes.
I think
Bynes.
she was
Yeah.
Nickelodeon.
So Jake Paul
Sketch.
goes from Disney Channel to Caesar's Palace.
What?
He's
boxing,
dude. He's freaking
Caesar's
boxing on the
Pa-
biggest
Oh,
stage.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And,
Well,
right?
So
Okay,
he
wait,
goes.
so that's
he,
real?
No. He goes to YouTube and does like he's like a rapper. He's deleted all these videos since, but he posted a bunch of like rap songs and
that's
collabed
right.
with Gucci Mane. He
That's
collabed
right.
with Gucci Mane.
On a song.
Do I need to say it again? No, not the song. It's a rapper.
It's a what?
Gucci Mane's a rapper.
Right. So did
And
they
he-
make a song together?
Oh, I thought you said is Gucci Mane a song? I was
No.
like,
Is it a song?
No.
Is that a sandwich?
yes. They made a song. Yeah, they made a song together, and
No.
I think he since deleted a lot of those
Wow.
videos because obviously it takes a lot to be a good rapper. Not everyone's
Yeah.
gifted at it, and I think a lot
Yeah.
of people try. Jake
Yeah.
tried.
Jake and Logan could definitely blow up a camera on their chans.
That's true. If they
could.
started shooting like a Contax T2,
true.
that thing's going
Oh.
up 50%.
That
in
thing
value.
could not go up anymore. Please,
Right.
for the love.
Because you got Emma, you have the Kardashians.
I don't even
you
want to
have-
go into it. This is a whole episode in and of itself. I'm still trying
Go
to
into
figure
it.
out the
Go into
difference
it.
between Jake.
Taylor's
and Logan.
triggered. Taylor's triggered.
I really don't want to have the contacts talk.
Yeah.
So 2018, Logan's doing like kind of YouTube prank videos and starting to get
Yeah.
a little more risque on his channel, while Jake is doing like rapping. And then you kind of had that's pre 2018, and then you have the Japan video. Post the Japan video, you see Logan go into like damage repair. What you see a lot of people do. Shane Dawson did it. I think James Charles isn't that like a
Yep.
hair and beauty YouTuber?
Makeup.
Yep. So you see a lot of people kind of disappear from the spotlight because it's
Yeah.
like they just want to go hide from the hate. But
Yeah.
Logan Paul took like a week off of videos and then like took a bunch of interviews and just like kind of owned
Yeah.
it. Just kind of owned the fail. So I feel like his fall
Totally.
from grace was shorter because it was like the guy just didn't hide and kept doing his thing.
He just
and so-
chose to
Yep.
keep going.
he just chose to keep going. So then you see him kind of go into this damage repair, and I think that's kind of where he's at now. He has like his show
Logan,
Impulsive,
right?
Yes, Logan. He has
Yeah.
his show. He's doing boxing, and you kind
He's
of
got
see
his
him.
energy drink or his hydration drink. Hydration.
Did we?
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
Did we know that Logan could box?
Dude's athletic.
They're both
Dude's-
athletes. Like they're both like I've always like looked
They've
kind of
always
strong.
been athletes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're strong. They're strong boys.
They both played football. They're just
Yeah.
like they're from Ohio, so they're just good old corn-fed Ohio football
And
players.
you love that, Niles.
Yeah.
And that's
I
why
love
you
that.
love them.
Right.
Yeah.
Being
Yeah. Wow.
yeah. I found out they were from good old Ohio, and I was like, I like the.
That's
I
all
like
it
those
took.
boys. I like
Start
those
singing
boys.
some sad country songs, and Niles is in.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Some sad folk.
Yeah. Folk.
Quick
Great.
backstory
Yeah, yeah,
is
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Dewey, if y'all don't know, Dewey shoots all of our lessons, our courses.
Yes.
And Niles and him did this all before Sunny started last year. So
Yes.
they have a lot of like intimate time together on production trips. So there's a lot of good stories between the two of them.
I mean, me and Dewey have slept in the same bed a lot.
Good.
I can't imagine.
Yeah. Sharing queen beds across the world.
Right.
Yeah, seriously.
Right.
Getting bags lost. Yes.
Yeah.
But
If you guys
that's
were
good.
confused on this dynamic, it's
It's
great.
that Dewey hates me.
Yeah,
That's what
if you see
Yeah, the
Dewey
trash
and
talk.
Niles go off into their own world, I know we're used to Caleb and Niles, but
Yeah.
we
That's
have
another
some
dynamic.
competition now. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Sick. And at some point, Taylor just gets up and walks away and leaves
Yeah.
frame.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
At
That's
some
gonna
point
happen
that-
like every
that will happen.
episode.
Yeah.
Every episode. I think so. I think the core difference between Jake and Logan is Logan is seen as the more put together,
Okay.
respectable brother, which I think is crazy because in 2018, like he's the one who
Right.
was shrouded in controversy.
Right.
Now 2022. I think
Jake
he's
is
seen
the bad
as the
boy?
more together. I think Jake is seen as the bad boy. And I think they've always liked that persona. I think a part of them has always known, like, the bad that they do is going to get way more attention than any good they do, right?
Right. That's what makes me think like all of these kind of like scandals and all of this, I don't know, like the intense headlines that they're able to produce. Like, is this the reason that they're able to do things like box at Caesar's Palace? Like, would that have ever happened if they weren't these entertainment pop stars? It's weird to call them pop stars.
Right.
But
well, that's a great question because they've been able to transition like 19 different jobs. It's like they were Vine stars and they were YouTube stars and then they did music and Disney Channel and then now it's like they're boxers. And I think Jake Paul was the third highest paid boxer.
They're really good at whatever they do, getting their audience to like transition to that.
Right. And what's crazy is like they convert. Like you see, it's like the Paul brothers saved boxing. And I think boxing purists probably hate that, but it's true because I haven't watched or cared about boxing since I watched it with like my grandpa like years ago, like, you know, when I was a kid. And now it's like there's, you know, millions of their fans want to see them box.
They're pulling YouTubers into boxing, which is just crazy.
That's
which is funny
weird,
because you even think about it and it's like he hasn't boxed. They haven't boxed. So Logan boxed Floyd, but that fight there could be no winner. So Floyd Mayweather is known as like the best.
It was an exhibition,
boxer, but it was an exhibition. There couldn't be a winner and there couldn't be a loser.
That's right.
So,
Didn't Jake fight McGregor?
No. Jake's called out McGregor. Jake's called out Tyson Fury, or one of the Furies, not the really big one.
Out
like, I think it's like he's called out a lot of people, but he's never actually boxed a boxer. Jake has never boxed a boxer. He's only boxed like an NBA player. He boxed like Tyron Woodley, so he boxes like MMA guys. And
I feel like their personality is kind of like what they could do on YouTube and calling out and getting some people riled up. They're like, hold on, there's a whole other sport that we're also probably good at that these kind of people like to get riled up. Like boxers, they're like, we found our drama, call out, and then let's battle kind
and
of
it's also
sport.
not like a season. It's not like a team sport. It is like a solo thing. It's one night. And like,
it's like
I think
show.
Logan made 20 mil when he boxed Floyd Mayweather.
That's crazy.
$20 million.
That's insane.
And also just seeing the most vulnerable place, like fighting someone's the most vulnerable place you can be in. Like you're trying to like beat the shit out of some guy.
But it's it's kind of cool because it's like old like it's like Spartan time. It's like the most.
There's something innately inhuman that just wants to see people fight.
He's only had one boxing match, right? He made $20 million on his first boxing match and didn't win.
No, because he boxed KSI. Remember? So we have
Logan
Logan
and amateur career. That's right. Yeah.
Enemies first, now quenching your thirst.
Yeah, brother. Amen, brother.
He did KSI twice. So one was amateur, one was professional, and then he did the exhibition with. Okay, but that's still crazy.
I think the reason I like them now is just because they've been able to reinvent themselves like 6 different times. And even when it looks like, because when Logan posted that Japan video, he lost a bunch of sponsors. He lost a bunch of commercials, and he just like didn't give a rip and kept going. I don't know. There's something like somewhat honorable where it's like they
resilience.
Yes, like they were so down bad that now they just never cared and kept going. Where I just almost respect the grind a little bit of like, wow, like, these guys have it way more figured out than I will.
It's a little cutthroat. They seem very cutthroat. Like everything about it.
Right. And what's crazy is all their fans are like kids that are just going to get older and they're going to be massive. Like I think our generation's kind of like, who's Logan Paul? I don't care. All the boomers, they don't care. But Gen Z cares. Like Gen Z cares a lot. Like they're going to be in movies in 10 years. That's my prediction. Fast and the Furious 22 is going to star the Paul brothers. You heard it here first.
I read this article a few years ago though, talking about like online YouTube videos and like creating engaging content, and it said that no video that you do should ever be like just purely liked. Like when they had like the dislike button, it said that you should aim for like this 80%, 20%. Like if you have people that disagree with what you're saying, it will start comments and start engagement. Yeah. And if your video is just like, if you're a super nice person and your video is just great and you're, you know, there's nothing wrong with it or anything to talk about, then it won't blow up as big. Right. And so I've heard other people mention that now too, that like, part of their success of their channel is like having some type of controversy.
Being provocative
like, or saying something that people are like, hell no, I don't like Sony. I'm not into the FX3.
Right.
And so it's like, you know, that starts
It's almost like
conversation and engagement.
Like planting the flag on the hill you'll die on in a way of just like, I'm a Sony boy, I'm a Canon guy,
Totally.
girl, whatever. And then it's like everyone else can F off. And then you're just going to get a bunch of people who are mad, but all those people are still engaging with your video, which is kind of interesting. I don't think I have that in me. I really don't.
Yeah.
No.
I don't think I have that in me.
No.
This is a completely different topic, but I started watching the Kanye documentary last night.
Me too.
And it's crazy because like the thing I've noticed about these people that are crazy successful, like even in Last Dance, like the egos that people have like are just absolutely through the roof. Like they're like so confident, extremely confident in themselves. And it's like wild. Kanye was like that from like day one, just extreme confidence. Same thing as Michael Jordan. Like I'll beat you at anything, any game, anytime. And I just wonder, like, I feel a little bit like that with the Paul brothers. So I just wonder if that's like, I don't know, part of some key to success with in some cases, I don't know.
Just like
it's weird.
Almost a borderline irrational belief in yourself that is 100% cockiness, but that you just never waver on.
Totally.
Yes.
I'm the opposite. I'm as self-deprecating as it comes.
Oh, that's the best.
I'm just like, it's like, are you special? No. Are you good at anything?
Right.
Not really.
Right.
Do you want to be good at anything? Not really.
Not really. Not really when I actually think about it.
Right.
I watched the Kanye doc and I thought it was so good from
It's
a
so
filmmaking
good.
perspective too, because it's just
So
like a
good.
bunch of just
The
like
editing and
tons of
everything.
footage, but the way it's edited, and then like that interview with his mom, shout out Donda, who keeps him humble.
Donda.
Humble but confident. Like
An
that was
amazing
such
woman.
a crucial interview in that first episode.
Wow. I need to watch it now.
You do.
Hey, did you guys go watch
phenomenal.
my little documentary that I made?
I haven't yet.
Okay.
No.
Let's talk about that real quick.
Shout out. Would love you guys to go
Niles,
watch
work
it.
on your confidence. Work on your confidence.
Yeah, right here.
dude.
Here's
Come
your
on, man.
practice.
See, yeah, I know.
Yeah, you didn't shoot a little documentary. You shoot the best documentary.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's the greatest.
Come on.
It's the
bestest
best
thing you'll
one.
ever-
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, I die inside just thinking of saying that. I really do. No, there's a band called Wildorado. They're great. They're buddies. Basically their music career has matched the trajectory of my filmmaking career. Because when I was shooting weddings in Montana, and I'd fly back to California
With your skinny jeans.
with my skinny jeans, I would, and my boots.
Yep.
I would like take photos of them and just like shoot random video on like my 5D Mark III. And that was when they were like cutting together like, little EPs and stuff. So it's been cool. It's been like a 7-year relationship, and they just released their first full-length record, their LP, self-titled. And I got to shoot like a little 15-minute doc on that process. It started like before the pandemic, and then kind of throughout the pandemic, and then post. And the whole goal was to not make it another pandemic story. So it's like, how do you tell that story without it being like, and then COVID hit? Because that's just been done a million times.
Yeah.
But yeah, would appreciate
And you
it.
shot on some 16 millimeter film.
Yep,
right?
shot
Decent
my
amount.
C200, and then 16 mil film. Yeah, and then the Sony FX3 that I'm shooting on right now.
Yeah,
It looks
go
so
check it
good.
out. We'll link it in the description for sure, but it's like 15 minutes. And
Yeah.
Ooh, I can't wait to watch.
on the Moment channel, we did a couple cutaway iPhone videos with Wildorado and during the iPhone 13 ProRes stuff, which was cool.
Yeah.
But Niles was wrapping up shooting the last bit on that trip of that documentary. But before we I guess before we transition fully out of like Logan and Jake stuff.
Right.
So like, did we get why do you like them now, Niles? Is it because they can transition and do so much? Was that your kind of?
I think they just proved that like they can't, like their careers can't be killed, right? It's like they've
There's
done.
something
they've done,
about their resilience that's
Yes.
attractive.
that I respect. It's kind of like,
Yeah.
it's kind of like, it's just like the fact that they have reinvented themselves multiple times. The fact that they have been shrouded in controversy yet don't care and actually capitalize on the controversy. And then also have propelled themselves to like the biggest stage. Like fighting Floyd Mayweather is crazy. Like from Vine star to making 20 mil in a night, fighting the best boxer in the world. That's wild.
I think too, like at least for Logan, because I like Logan. I'm still unsure about Jake. I feel like
I would say that's a very fair stance. Like,
He's-
that is a
That's
very
probably
fair stance.
common sentiment.
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
It's like I don't know. It's kind of scary.
Jake Paul's
Logan
scary.
seems Jake Paul's a little scary. I feel like Logan, from what I can see, has learned a lot of lessons and has
It
changed.
seems like he's growing up.
He's taking some
That was actually the point
like,
as I was going to go to is like, are these kids going to grow up and be like 35 and be like, oh shit, like what did I do when I was in my 20s and I had the spotlight on me? Like you have to learn so much about life, you know, in those years, and they've been famous all the while, and I don't know. You wonder what they're gonna end up.
And when you have all the money you want, you have so much money. It's like, it's hard. It's hard. I'm not
But I think people have been asking that question. It's like, oh, like, well, Vine ended. It's like, well, what are they gonna do now? And then YouTube is like, oh, they're getting canceled. well, what are you gonna do now? And they've always found a way to do something new and actually make it better, you know?
Yeah.
And now it's like they have their drink, they have boxing, they have their channel.
So wild.
I mean, I think. Yeah, they're business people. I mean, this Logan Paul is just like a businessman. Like, I feel like with YouTube too, like we all know better than anyone. Like, you have to create a certain type of content that gets views, and I just feel like part of this whole facade is maybe behind the scenes, like meeting them in real person. You're like, whoa, this person's nothing like, which is the case with a lot of like people on social media. You meet them, and you're like, whoa, you're nothing like your Instagram account or your YouTube.
Right.
I think they play into their bad. They play into their bad instincts, right? It's like they know that they can be bro-y, tough, kind of like outspoken and kind of wild. And I think they just play into that part of themselves. And then in real life, when you're talking to them, they're probably in a business meeting very normal. Like they're not that same person they are on YouTube as they are talking to the person who's like manufacturing their hydration drink, you know?
Yeah.
And then now the proof is in the pudding for me. Logan Paul and KSI have had beef for years. And apparently Logan says that beef is real. Now they're business partners and they're selling a ton, what I assume is a ton of hydration drinks. So it's almost like you create the beef, you create the drama, you stir it up, you have almost a resolution that comes out of it, and then you have all this marketing power to then go sell what you want to sell.
I guarantee in some college somewhere, their life is documented from the start of their fame to like their trajectory. Like there will be a case study on them for sure at some point.
Wait, I'm on Logan Paul's Instagram and it says he's in a slap competition with Arnold Schwarzenegger in a week.
A what?
What is going on? Yeah, it says
like it's a thing where you hold on and you slap each other, and the first person to knock the other person out, but it has to be open hand.
Yeah,
wins.
Oh wait, no, he's hosting. So hosting the slap fighting championship with Arnold Schwarzenegger on my YouTube channel.
I was gonna say Arnold is gonna light him up. Like, have you guys seen Arnold? Like,
the Terminator.
Yeah, the freaking Terminator. Dude kills robots.
Own him.
The Terminator.
Why did Caleb always wants to say weird words on the show? I don't know what it is.
I like weird words. Okay, so transitioning though, we got to do a little backstory on Dewey. Dewey, what up?
Dewey, what up, man?
Sir.
Tell us about yourself. tell the viewers the funniest stuff about you.
The funniest thing about me. Yeah, I don't know. I joined Moment a few years ago, and started off helping out with some of like the YouTube stuff. So you guys may have seen me on the YouTube channel before, but there's just this really cool vlogging with a drone. There's just a cool opportunity to start the online courses when I first joined, and it was super fun to get to meet a bunch of creators and go on a bunch of cool shoots. You know, the downside was obviously spending too much time with Niles.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so I've been kind of behind the scenes to some degree, a filmmaker behind the scenes, but I popped up in the YouTube videos.
Where are you based out of?
I'm in Los Angeles, but don't hold that against me.
All right.
I love this interview right now.
I know.
Caleb.
Like, what else?
Where
else,
are you
Mike?
based out of?
Yeah. Mike, if you could be famous like the Logan Paul brothers, would you do it? Do you want to be famous, Mike?
I don't think I do. I feel like there's something that's like, I feel like I would have so much anxiety and stress about everything I do. Like even I already have this weird creator syndrome of like feeling nervous about the kinds of content that I'm putting out and uploading and things. Like, oh my God, I just couldn't imagine that many people watching your every move, just getting ready to be like, you're a fucking awful person. Like just die and disappear. And you're like, sick. Cool. Like, no chance. I'd rather be hidden away in my little rat cave, schmeagling my laptop on an edit, you know?
Right. Because it's like the thing that comes with all the hate for the Paul brothers, not to bring it back there, but is that you just get so much. Everyone's talking about how they don't like you.
My laptop.
Sneagling my laptop.
Yeah, yeah. Just my precious, holding it like cutting at it.
Yeah.
So good.
My precious M1 Max.
Right.
I can edit so fast.
Do you edit
That's
on
so
Final
good.
Cut or Premiere?
Dude, I don't know. I've been in Premiere, but I'm like ready to bless and release
Dude,
this
I don't
thing.
know.
I'm ready
Dude, I
to
don't
be an
know what
artist thing because it is like
The cave is too dark.
it's too dark in here. My
It's too
candle's
dark
melting and withering away.
Premiere keeps crashing. And Premiere keeps crashing, so it's time to
Bro,
switch.
Premiere, I have it crash so much, especially editing this our talk show. It's like just 4 channels. Like we shoot 1080p, but like
Dude.
man, Premiere.
It's still, yeah. She struggles.
Dewey has taught me one very important phrase that I
Yes.
have adopted holistically in my
Wholeheartedly.
life.
Yeah.
Spiritually,
That was our first bonding
mentally,
moment.
physically.
Yeah.
And my wife has adopted it too. It's referred to as BNR. And what it is a bless and release. And it's the perfect saying for anything because
when you need
Let
to
Dewey
be
explain
done
it.
with
Let
it.
Dewey explain.
Yes,
Let's
okay,
let
okay,
Dewey
okay,
hear it
okay,
from the
okay,
mouth of the tiger.
Taylor, what's going on?
Couldn't remember that
he
phrase.
said the mouth of the Titan. And Taylor.
Tiger. Did you
Tiger.
say
Oh,
tiger?
tiger.
I think it's the eye of the tiger.
Eye of the tiger? Mountain
I
of
thought
the
you
tiger.
said Titan. I thought you said
when
Titan.
you hear it,
And I was
like,
oh.
it's spoken from the mouth of the. What is that phrase?
Okay, let's reel it back here.
All right.
What is
Sorry, Dewey,
BNR
go
mean?
ahead.
BNR, bless and release. Yeah, if you're just like completely done with something, you're over it. You're like, I've put in my effort here. I'm good now. Thanks. I'm gonna go in this other room and kind of do something else now. Like I'm gonna step away from this, and it's gonna just
bless
sit
and
here. And
release.
I'm just gonna bless and release. Thank you. You're great.
Yes.
Later.
The
Bye.
best part about bless and release is like you want to release,
Later.
but first you're gonna bestow the blessing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I
Very
wish you
important.
the best.
Yeah.
I bless you.
Yeah.
I hope it works out. I will
But
no
I'm
longer be taking
leaving.
part. I will no
Yeah.
longer
Yeah.
be taking part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of
I'm
said
uninvolved.
activity. Yes.
What was
Yeah.
that lady who you brought? This thing brought you joy, and you like you say
Oh, yeah.
thank you.
Marie Kondo.
What was
Marie Kondo.
So what if
Yeah.
brought
it's
you
almost
joy?
This thing brought you joy.
Yeah.
this,
I don't know how
this
you guys
ah-
got that.
This aha brought you joy, and then
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw it away. But you say like thanks, but like blessing and releasing is kind of like Dewey's version of Marie Kondoing a
Yeah.
project or something.
That's good.
Usually though, it's like a little bit more like it's not like finishing a drink. It's like a little bit more negative where you're like, this is a
Yes.
disaster. I'm piecing out.
Yeah.
Like-
you're bailing.
I
Yeah.
think BNR is like you're out at the club with your girls, with your boys. You know, it's getting a little rowdy. Everyone's getting a little turned up, and you are just like,
Bye.
this is getting a little crazy. I'm gonna bless and release.
Yeah.
You can bless and release anything.
I was thinking it was like when I'm working on my lawnmower because it's not freaking starting and I
Yeah.
can't get it to work, and then
Yeah.
you're just like so frustrated because you tried all your options, you Googled it, you YouTubed it, and then you're like, goodbye lawnmower.
Yeah.
Being
And you
an
just
R in this
That's a great example.
BNRing this John Deere, okay?
huck it into the dumpster. That's
Right.
a full BNR.
You can also bless and release something creatively. It's like you're working on an edit. It's like a passion thing. You're trying to like cut it together, editing a photo. You don't want to do it. You're just gonna bless and release.
Yeah.
Caleb, that sounds fresh. Are you okay?
Yeah, no, it's actually, no, we can get into it another time.
Oh,
Guys, I did get a new
Tune in
hat.
next week for Weed Whacker stories.
I just got it on our trip that we went to Arizona.
nice.
Saw Natalie too.
Love
on
that
trip.
hat.
nice.
Did a run.
Dewey, are we fun? Do you like us?
In small doses, you guys are great. You know. But
I mean, that honestly, that couldn't be the truest statement.
I
There
know.
couldn't be a truer statement about me. It's like in small doses, yeah, he's pretty fun, but in full doses, it's like it's gonna be a lot.
yeah.
I don't know how this episode will be perceived because we've been doing these topics, but guys, I'm just gonna say we're gonna bless and release this episode.
Okay.
All right,
Let's do it. Let's
BNR.
ship it.
all
ship
right,
it.
y'all.
BNR.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks. Bless and release.
Later, guys.
B&R.
Oh, see you on the sunny side. Yes, I got it. Okay. Okay,
See you on
bye.
the other side. Bye.
Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side.